Hello, supply chain friends. So since I made the video on how to find entry-level jobs in supply chain, and consequently I also made videos on how to make $100,000 or $200,000 in supply chain jobs, I get this question very commonly that tell us about those entry-level jobs which will help us make 50,000 US dollars or more. So in this video, I will cover with you the 5 jobs in supply chain which are entry level and they will help you make at least $50,000 or more. So watch this video till the end. My name is Jamil Hai, and I've been working in supply chain management positions across South Asia, Middle East, and North America for more than 20 years now. And my mission is to help supply chain professionals like you build real life skills for your job and career that they don't teach you in college. And if you are preparing for a supply chain job interview anytime soon, you should definitely book a session with me because I'm going to take your resume, the job description you're applying for, and based on a combination of those two and my 20 plus years of experience, will give you some laser guided tips and tricks which will maximize your chances of success. So go ahead now and book your session on scmcoach.com. Now, before we get into these top 5 jobs that will help you make 50K or more at the entry level, just remember that there are 4 fundamental skills you need to be successful at these entry level jobs in supply chain. Of course, as you grow further, the different skill requirements change, but the 4 skills that you really need are: number 1 is self-awareness. Self-awareness is the bedrock of all the skills. If you don't have self-awareness, then any other skill will not matter. Second skill is problem solving. I've talked a lot about this. I have made a lot of videos about this, which you can watch on my channel. The third skill is collaboration. Especially in these coordinator roles that I'm about to cover, collaboration and teamwork is absolutely critical. And the fourth skill is your analytical ability. Your ability to crunch numbers, your ability to analyze information is very, very critical. So if you have these 4 skills and you think you like these, you will be successful in supply chain and you will be able to get one of these 50K plus jobs, which I am about to share with you. So the first job that will help you make 50K or more at an entry level is the supply chain analyst job. I've covered this job in a number of different videos in the past as well, but at a very high level, this job belongs to the planning family. Typically, these are jobs which are entry-level jobs for the route of planning, because once you become a supply chain analyst, then you can have a very good chance of becoming a supply chain planner or a demand planner and so on. And these jobs, of course, require a lot of analytical skills, a lot of number crunching skills. You have to be really good at Excel. You have to be really good at Power BI, Python coding as well. You also have to be very good at using AI tools like ChatGPT and generative AI tools, which are available in the market, in conjunction with your Excel formula skills, because that is a new skill which is developing, because instead of remembering all the Excel formulas, now you can really leverage ChatGPT to learn those things fast. If you have any questions around that, or you are trying to find out how do I really combine ChatGPT and my Excel knowledge or my Power BI, Power Query knowledge, I recently posted a very interesting podcast where my guest Aaron Turkson showed a real life example on how supply chain analysts can significantly maximize their analytics potential using a combination of their Power Query knowledge and ChatGPT. Talking about development, one of the platforms I want to strongly recommend to you is called SCMDOJO. Unlike a lot of e-learning platforms which create a lot of content in a lot of different fields, SCMDOJO, as the name suggests, is specifically built for supply chain. As you can see on the screen, their platform has a lot of fantastic trainings which are available anywhere between $29 and $49. But the fantastic thing I'm about to share with you is that if you're a student, you get access to all these high quality courses just for $19 a month. So definitely check it out. The second entry level job that will help you make $50,000 or more in supply chain is a logistics coordinator job. So this job most likely will be in a warehouse, or if it is even in an office, it will be working very closely with the warehouses, because in this job, you will be either coordinating warehouse activities or transport activities and so on. It is not a typical job in a warehouse where you're moving stuff. Those jobs will probably not make $50,000. Let's be very clear. But if you are a coordinator where you are managing different systems, TMS, which is the transportation management system, or WMS, which is the warehouse management software, So in this job, you will be coordinating a lot of information between these systems, and you'll be working with carriers, you'll be working with service providers, and so on. So the job requires a lot of coordination, a lot of collaboration, but also requires a lot of analytical skills. One more thing, because with the advent of AI, this is a job which I covered in one of my previous videos, which is at the risk of getting eliminated by AI. But the way you can upskill yourself in a logistics coordinator role is try to learn through formal and informal channels, formal being courses, informal being be active on LinkedIn, and try to see the latest trends. What are the different changes happening in this space with AI? For example, the TMS systems are becoming much smarter using AI tools. So a lot of repetitive work that these coordinators had to do is going away. Similarly, in the WMS as well, some new functionalities are coming in. So the more you keep yourself updated with the latest and greatest in the world of transportation and warehousing, you can future-proof your job and also make sure that you are at least making 50K. And as you grow further in your career ladder in the logistics space, you can make much more money as well. The third job which will help you make $50,000 or more is a procurement assistant job. Now, this job belongs to the source portion of the score model that I often cover in my videos. And this job, as the name suggests, it belongs to that area. And in the procurement assistant job, you will be supporting with the negotiation of prices. You'll be supporting with the writing of the contracts. You could be also doing buying and purchasing activities. So you could be like a junior buyer as well. Depends on the job titles, might be different in different companies, but it's basically an entry level sourcing and procurement job where you are learning the basics of procurement and sourcing. Now this, while you can make $50,000 on this job, this is also a great opportunity to build those foundational skills in procurement, which are always worth a lot, because your ability to negotiate, your ability to understand contracts, that's a skill which is absolutely transferable. You could be working, let's say, in a consumer goods company today. Tomorrow you get a job in a construction company. These skills come in really handy. So I would say amongst the different supply chain areas and the skills that you have, this is probably the most transferable to other industries, which may not be necessarily supply chain dominated industries, but because these skills are required there, you can easily apply them. So if you are able to secure a procurement assistant or a junior buyer job, absolutely go for it, because it will help you make the 50K you are watching this video for, but also lay the foundations for a long-term career in procurement and sourcing. And the next job that will help you make 50K or more in supply chain is a shift manager job. Now, shift manager jobs are basically, as the name goes, these are manufacturing jobs. This is a job where you are not the production manager. You are probably someone who is reporting to a production manager or an operations manager. So you are probably 2 levels below a plant director. But in this job, you are basically learning how to run a line in a factory, right? So how to operate a line, maximize its potential. You understand fundamental concepts like center lining. You understand the fundamentals of things like maintenance and reliability. So gives you a lot of fundamental skills in the manufacturing space and optimization of line output. And most importantly, this is a job that can also give you a lot of great opportunity to improve your people management, because if you are a shift manager, you will most likely be managing a team of operators, right? So unlike some of the other jobs I cover where you are most likely an individual contributor, nobody's reporting to you. But in this job, you could have people reporting to you, and getting that experience of managing people really early in your career can take you a long way. So shift manager, I mean, these jobs, once again, titles could be different. Some companies call them shift managers, some company call them operation junior manager or something like that. But basically, these are jobs where you are not responsible for an entire factory, but you are responsible for one line and a set of shifts which are going there. And the final entry-level job that will help you make 50K or more is an IT support specialist job. Now, this job belongs to the enable function of supply chain, and it may not even sound like a supply chain job. But if you are in an entry-level IT job where you are supporting, let's say, a warehouse management system or a transportation management system or an order management system or an ERP. I've covered all these different systems in a dedicated video, which you can watch by clicking over here. And if you are supporting one of these systems, so let's say you graduated as an IT professional from university, you did your hardware engineering or software engineering, something in that space, and you get an entry-level job where you're supporting some of these systems, this is another great way to start that blended supply chain and IT career. Because one of the things which I also covered in my video, where how do you move from another profession to supply chain, and I talked about how IT professionals can move into supply chain roles, is to work on projects which involve one of these systems. So if you get an entry-level job where you are supporting one of these supply chain systems, that can be a fantastic way not only to make $50,000, but also to establish a longer term career in that supply chain IT enabled space. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I've also made videos on topics like the 5 supply chain jobs that will be replaced by AI and the 5 supply chain jobs which will not be replaced by AI, which you can watch by clicking over here. Keep watching.